New York psychotherapist Jean Fitzpatrick says that in her practice, she has seen that very often, for some reason, women think that guys are just going to pitch in and contribute, and if they don't, that they're deliberately choosing not to pitch in, or they don't care, so they go to, well, he doesn't really care about me, and instead, it would be really helpful to say, here's what I need from you right now. Brene Brown calls this tendency to project a motive onto someone without actually knowing the facts, the story I'm making up. In her book Rising Strong, she describes a scene in which it's nearly dinner time. Her 2 kids are hungry, and her husband, Steve, opens the refrigerator and announces, we have no groceries, not even lunch meat. She immediately snarls at him, saying that she's doing the best she can and that he could do the shopping too. Then she had a moment of clarity. She apologized and told him, the story I'm making up is that you were blaming me for not having groceries, that I was screwing up. Steve told her that he was actually frustrated because he was planning to shop the day before but didn't have time. I realize I do this all the time with Tom. If I'm doing 5 chores at once while he's relaxing with a game of computer chess, my mind constructs a story in which he's thinking, I've suckered my wife into doing everything and it feels fantastic. I'm king of the world. When in fact he's thinking, do I castle on the queen side or the king side? Which is slightly less diabolical. Why is it that my husband feels perfectly happy to plop down on the couch while I'm running around after our 3 kids and cooking dinner at the same time? Often, men simply feel more entitled to take leisure time. A University of Southern California study of married couples found that at the end of a workday, women's stress levels went down if their husbands pitched in with housework. No surprise there. But the mind-boiling part is that men's stress levels fell if they kicked back with some sort of leisure activity, but only if their wives kept busy doing household tasks at the same time. An effect I term, while you're up, I'll take another cold one. When study author Darby Saxby started looking at the data, she says, we sort of thought it would probably be all the more relaxing to have leisure time if you have a spouse that's doing that leisure with you, she tells me. So it was kind of surprising that we found the opposite effect, that the more leisure time dads had and the less leisure time wives had, the more men's cortisol levels dropped. The somewhat dispiriting conclusion? A man's biological adaptation